Hi everybody, Mr. Troy here. Here is a quick video on solving an equation that has two absolute values in it. Now, I wrote a new equation for you guys so that you would have a chance to see more than just the one that was in your homework packet. If you felt really successful with the first equation, why don't you just pause the video now and see if you can, figure this one out. If not, then go ahead, watch through the video, see if you can apply that to the one that's in the homework packet. I have posted full worked out solutions to every problem in that homework packet, and this one gets its own special page. Alright, so first things first, let's go. So I took the equation and I split it by its absolute value into two sides. This one on the left has everything multiplied by -1 here. That's the minus of the plus or minus. And then the one on the right keeps the same right side as the original right side of the equation. I'm going to focus only on this equation on the left first. And then I'll go back and I'll show how that all applies to the equation on the right side. So the main goal here is to isolate the absolute value, then re-isolate the absolute value, and you're going to split that into two equations. So you end up having 4 equations total, which might give you as many as 4 different solutions. From there, I'm going to again split this absolute value into a plus or minus. So to kind of show you what that means, up here I split into a minus and a plus. I'm multiplying by -1 to split that up, and I'm multiplying by +1 to split that up over here. Then I go and I split it again into a left side and a right side. And on the left side, I multiplied everything by -1. So even though we have a +1/3 here, I was multiplying that by -1. And on this side, I was multiplying by +1. This gives me two equations that I'm just going to solve. For this particular equation, I decided to multiply by 3 so that I didn't have to deal with that denominator, and I got two solutions of -3 and 0. If you go ahead and plug those in, they both work. Okay, now to focus on the right side of the equation, I'm going to re-isolate the absolute value. Notice the difference between these two sides are this -1/3 and the +3. And that has to do with both the plus or minus and then what happens when you add the 2 to the other side. I'm going to split up again into a plus or minus. So the left side here is the minus part, the right side here is the plus part. Now we're down to no different than Algebra 1. So when I solve both of these equations, I get -3 and +3. Now this -3 here, the one here and the one here, that's a repeated solution. We'll see why that is in just a second. But when we plug all of these in, they work. So the solutions to this equation are -3, 0, and +3. When I graph that, it looks like this. And we can see that we have 3 solutions, and they occur at -3, 0, and +3. That's where the left side of the graph crosses the right side of the graph. Now do remember, when you're solving by graphing, all you care about are the x values. Alright, I hope this was helpful.